No Place Like Home. Written by Eberichukwu, Folktale Therapy. Chapter 1. I'm Lily Efesinachi, and my life story is one of contrasts. Growing up in Lagos, I had a happy childhood, free from worries, until the age of 7 when everything changed. I was taken in by my aunt, Mrs. Efesinachi, under the guise of love and compassion. My parents, having 6 children, thought it would be best for me to live with her sister, who had just gotten married and needed help. My memories of home are vivid. My mother would wake us up every morning, and we'd follow our daily routine, bathing, brushing our teeth, and getting ready for school. The aroma of jollof rice, dodo, plantain, and beef would fill the house, and our neighbors would often compliment my mother's cooking. Mama J, a single mother known for her gossiping and begging habits, would frequently visit, and we'd whisper to each other, "This woman again." But life took a drastic turn when I left home. Each year that passed brought more challenges, grief, and despair. I questioned my existence and felt like life was unfair. I realized that there's no place like home, and I often wonder what my life would be like if I had stayed with my parents. I attended Jotland Nursery and Primary School, Gateway Comprehensive College, and COOU for my higher institution. My life changed forever when I left with my aunt. Chapter 2. Life in Mrs. Efesinachi's house was a stark contrast to my life with my parents. At first, it was fun for about a week, as she welcomed me with open arms. But soon, reality set in. As a 7-year-old, I was tasked with fetching water every morning before school, climbing 4-story buildings to fetch water to fill 5 drums that would finish before I even got back from school. I would sweep, clean, wash dishes, and take care of her 3-month-old baby on weekends. My childhood was stolen from me, and I no longer had time to play with my peers, watch movies, or enjoy cartoons. I would stare at my friends playing and enjoying their childhood frolics, feeling envious and heartbroken. Mrs. Efesinachi would often hide my socks just to make me late for school, and then punish me severely for it. I will cry every morning on my way to school. She would beat me at the slightest opportunity, and I grew up without love and proper care, but with torture and anguish. I became depressed and frustrated at a tender age. Chapter 3. One evening, Mrs. Efesinachi asked me to cook beans while doing other chores. She called me out with a loud voice. "Ify! What is smelling in this house?" I ran to her, saying, "Ma." But she didn't wait for me to explain. She slapped me with a loud sound, and I was subjected to deadly beatings. I was so vulnerable, and I got fed up. I shouted at her, calling her wicked. The neighbors knew about her brutal treatment, but no one intervened. In a fit of rage, Mrs. Efesinachi gave me 300 naira and ordered me to cut my hair down to my scalp at the nearest barbing salon. I cried so hard, and my scalp bled seriously. But she never told my mum about it. When my mum called, she'd ask me to lie about how well I was being treated. I wasn't happy in that home. After the haircut, I fell ill. I couldn't eat or drink without throwing up. I reduced drastically, looking like a kwashiorkor patient. I nearly died, and fear finally got hold of Mrs. Efesinachi's cold heart. She took me to different hospitals for laboratory tests, but each hospital said I was fine. She was scared about how to tell my parents what was going on with me. The day my mum found out about my haircut, she was furious. She came to Mrs. Efesinachi's house, saw my condition, and took me home. After prayers from the priest and pastor, I began to heal. With proper care, I slowly came back to life. Days and months passed, and I eventually got better. Mrs. Efesinachi came to beg my parents for forgiveness, and I went back to live with her. But life wasn't the same. Chapter 4. One fateful day, while doing my chores, I went to check on her kids and found the little son, Peter, with a phone charger connected to the light in his mouth. I was scared and tried to rescue him, but Peter refused to give me the charger and bit my thumb fingertip, causing heavy bleeding. Out of pain and frustration, I slapped him, making him cry and shout. The incident attracted a lot of attention, and some neighbors called Mrs. Efesinachi, saying I wanted to kill her son. Her husband heard about the incident and told Mrs. Efesinachi to throw me out, saying he didn't want to see me in his home. On hearing this, my parents came to pick me up, and I finally got a long-lasting peace in my life. I was relieved to be out of that toxic environment, and I was grateful to be back with my parents, where I could live a normal life. Look out for the next chapter. Chapter 5 Loading.